How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the Autumn Adventures sale that runs through September 24th. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. For $2.49, Worms World Party is a classic turn-based artillery combat game, enhanced with up-rendering, rewind, quick save, and custom video filters to modernize its original PlayStation release. You'll lead teams of wacky worms through chaotic battles using nearly 60 outrageous weapons, from bazookas to the infamous concrete donkey, across single-player missions or manic multiplayer matches for up to 6 local players. The fantastic Worm Pot offers over 1,000 game-style variations, while over 20 cooperative and competitive multiplayer missions keep things fresh and strategic with its zany humor, addictive gameplay, and timeless party appeal. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and there actually isn't a trophy list out for this yet, so hopefully Sony and Team 17 can figure that out sometime soon. For $4.99, Black Desert Standard Edition is a vast open-world MMORPG blending breathtaking real-time combat, large-scale siege wars, and deep life skill systems like fishing, trade, horse training, cooking, gathering, and alchemy. You'll explore a sprawling, dynamic world filled with bosses, secrets, and opportunities for adventure, whether diving into epic guild battles or unwinding with crafting and trading, forging lasting alliances, discovering hidden treasures, and mastering unique character classes. This edition includes the full Game Pass plus a standard item pack with a 15-day value pack, a helpful polar bear pet for looting and gathering, and Conpacho's organic feed to support your companions. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and the time to platinum will vary depending on whether you're solo or with an active guild. For $3.99, Turmoil is a charming, tongue-in-cheek oil rush simulation set in 19th century North America, where you compete to become the ultimate oil tycoon. Lease land at auctions, search for oil with dowsers, moles, or scanners, build rigs, and create efficient pipe networks to extract and store oil in silos. Sell at the right moment to maximize profits, upgrade your equipment to handle rock, gas, and ice, and outbid rivals for town shares to claim the mayor's seat with its campaign, procedurally generated single-game challenges, shady saloon deals, and the Heat is On expansion introducing magma-powered drilling mechanics, new towns, characters, and music. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and there's unfortunately a broken trophy preventing anybody from getting the platinum, so hopefully the devs fix it sometime soon. For $4.49, Snow Bros Wonderland revives the legendary arcade series with a gorgeous new 3D isometric style and fresh twists on its classic snowball flinging action. Armed with endless ice pellets, you'll transform monsters into rolling snowballs, chain attacks to wipe out multiple enemies, and face massive, over-the-top bosses as you defend Snowland from the evil king Atchich. This newest entry ups the fun with 4-player local co-op, doubling the series' classic 2-player setup, so you can team up with friends for chaotic, joyful battles. Plus, you can personalize your snow hero with hats, goggles, scarves, and more to show off your unique frosty flair. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $2.99, A Whole New World is a retro-inspired action-adventure where you step into the shoes of the Potion Master to defend your city from monsters invading from the upside-down world. Armed with potions and guided by your fairy companion Faye, you'll jump, shoot, and battle in both the normal and upside-down realms, facing gigantic bosses and acquiring their powers. The game features 5 story worlds, Game Plus, Boss Rush, Challenge modes, multiple endings, over 30 enemy types, 7 epic bosses, and secret characters to uncover, complete with an 8-bit and 16-bit soundtrack and customizable CRT filters for authentic arcade vibes. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $3.19, Between Horizons is a 2.5D pixel art adventure set aboard the Zephyr, humanity's first-generation starship, where you play as Stella, the newly appointed chief of security, unraveling a conspiracy that threatens the ship's mission and social order. Blending investigative gameplay with a branching sci-fi narrative, you'll explore a semi-open world, collect and connect evidence, interrogate ship residents, and make choices that shape the story's outcome, all while facing moral dilemmas about responsibility, freedom, and consequence. With its mix of timeless pixel art, 3D environments, and compelling visual effects, the game challenges players to solve cases carefully, knowing failure carries irreversible consequences. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Eden Genesis is a fast-paced cyberpunk platformer that blends reflex testing trials with a deep, philosophical story. You play as Leah, a young cyborg undergoing experimental treatment to cure the corruption threatening her augmented mind, and you'll navigate a neon-lit world dominated by megacorporations while overcoming environmental hazards, enemy encounters, and frantic platforming puzzles. Optional trials provide extra difficulty for seasoned players, yet the main story remains accessible to all, offering both challenge and a steady progression through its cyberpunk universe. With its immersive 2D cyberpunk aesthetic and thought-provoking narrative on humanity and technology, it offers layered and rewarding gameplay. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $1.99, Please Fix the Road is a quirky puzzle game where you repair broken roads, sidewalks, and even lakes to get cars, boats, trains, and adorable animals like kittens, dogs, and pink llamas safely from point A to point B. Each level gives you a limited set of tools, and you'll destroy, rotate, copy, swap, raise, lower, push, or move different segments of roads and other obstacles to ensure smooth passage, and you'll often have to improvise creative solutions while keeping an eye on all moving parts. The goal isn't perfection, it's functionality, and figuring out clever ways to complete each level is part of the charm. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $2.59, Cook Serve Delicious 2 is a deep and addictive restaurant management game where you build your eatery from a roach-infested diner into a world-class Platinum Star restaurant, and you'll take on hundreds of recipes, manage a wide array of customers, and optimize your workflow across 33 unique restaurants spanning 400 levels. The game lets you run your own restaurant or work as a chef for hire, offers new gameplay features with adjustable difficulty for casual or hardcore players, and adds a local split-screen co-op mode so two players can join or leave seamlessly. You can also design your restaurant with over 1,200 unlockable objects, personalizing every detail while juggling the chaos of the kitchen. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $2.24, Mediterranea Inferno is a provocative, narrative-driven adventure where you follow Claudio, Andrea, and Mita as they reconnect after 2 years of isolation, and you'll shape their summer in southern Italy by choosing daily activities that reveal their fears, obsessions, and the darker consequences of failed expectations. From lazy afternoons by the pool to lustful nights at the club or eerie visits to cemeteries, each choice drives the story forward and uncovers forbidden, introspective journeys through their psyches, blending drama, mythology, and generational tension into a uniquely immersive experience. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Starward Rogue is a fast-paced bullet hell twin-stick shooter where you blast your way through the Megalith, a roguelite labyrinth lodged in the side of a star, and you'll customize your mech with a vast array of weapons, perks, and upgrades while navigating evolving catacombs filled with peril. You can choose from 9 starting mechs with unique abilities, tackle over 500 rooms including survival challenges, face more than 150 enemies and 30 bosses, and experiment with over 350 items to create diverse builds, all while uncovering hidden secrets that can dramatically change gameplay. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and I don't actually know how long it takes to platinum as there's such a small sample size. For $4.99, Synergia is a neon-soaked cyberpunk visual novel set in a dystopian city where veteran cop Sela's guarded life is upended when a perceptive android named Mara begins to break through her walls. As their uneasy bond grows, corporate giant Velta Labs takes a dangerous interest in Mara, sparking a conflict that could ignite war, inspire a new religion, or trigger a technological singularity, with your choices shaping multiple branching paths and endings. This edition includes the Sunrise expansion, high-resolution visuals, a vivid soundtrack, and bonus content for a richer experience. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 7 hours to platinum if you don't skip through everything. For $3.99, Summa Materna is a fast-paced 2D roguelite where you play as a cursed monarch carving through dangerous worlds with swords, pistols, and scythes. Its unique seed mechanic generates randomized worlds with distinct enemy behavior, events, and modifiers, letting you tailor challenges and rewards to your playstyle, and permanent upgrades for both your character and worlds carry over between runs, keeping progress meaningful even after defeat. You can customize and ascend weapons using gems for added power, unlock new areas and rarer loot, and compete on cross-platform leaderboards for the fastest seed clears. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and I'm not sure how long it'll take to platinum since it has such a small sample size. For $3.89, Strayed Lights is a cinematic action-adventure where you play as a newborn flame battling corruption and shadow in a haunting, wordless world. You shift between blue and orange mid-combat to repel attacks and pacify rogue siblings twisted by emotion, and you face manifestations of your inner demons while exploring glowing forests, misty canyons, and shimmering caves filled with mysterious secrets and challenges. You'll unlock new abilities, strengthen your light, and uncover hidden lore, and fluid combat, breathtaking visuals, dynamic enemy behavior, and a haunting Austin wintry soundtrack make the journey both emotional and immersive, drawing you deeper into the atmospheric world. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Caverns of Mars Recharged is a vertical shooter where you descend into Martian tunnels at high speed to destroy enemy reactors while managing scarce ammo. You dodge debris and blast enemies as you navigate fully destructible environments, and you race through 3 depths using arcade mode, or tackle 30 unique challenges in challenge mode, while strategically collecting power-ups and upgrades along the way. You can pick up weapons like railguns and shotgun spreads to adapt your strategy on the fly, and a local co-op mode lets one player navigate while the other fires from a drone, offering chaotic, cooperative fun and endless replayability. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $1.99, Go Go Pogo Girl is a cheerful, retro-inspired platformer where you bounce through colorful worlds on a trusty pogo stick and collect gems while uncovering hidden secrets. You'll face bouncy bosses across 4 seasons with 5 levels each, and you'll enjoy fluid, responsive gameplay that pays homage to 1990s platformers while keeping the action lighthearted and fun, with secret push-button codes and cleverly designed stages to reward exploration. Vibrant artwork, playful soundtracks, and delightful animations enhance the nostalgic experience, and repeated runs allow you to discover surprises, master tricky jumps, and fully enjoy the whimsical energy and charm of this pogo-powered adventure. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about an hour to platinum. For $4.99, Marsupilami Hubadventure is a colorful platformer where you follow Punch, Twister, and Hope as they chase a mysterious ghost to lift a terrible curse on the animals of Columbia. The 3 Marsupilamis stumble across a cursed sarcophagus, and they journey through forgotten worlds filled with dinosaurs, new enemies, and inventive in-game mechanics while collecting items, completing achievements, and exploring hidden secrets. You'll tackle 26 levels across the original worlds and 10 brand new Jurassic-inspired levels, and the vibrant graphics, whimsical art style, and immersive music keep the Columbian universe alive throughout your adventure. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Missile Command Recharged is a modernized arcade shooter where you defend your cities from incoming missiles and enemy planes while managing limited counter defenses and power-ups. The classic gameplay is expanded with new enemies, upgrades, and co-op modes, and you'll have to make split-second decisions to survive increasingly intense waves while coordinating with a friend in local co-op or competing globally in challenge levels. Collect power-ups like shields, screen-clearing blasts, and advanced missiles, and use points to upgrade your defenses strategically, all while enjoying an energetic soundtrack by Megan McDuffie that enhances every tense moment. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and I'm not sure how long it'll take to platinum since it has such a small sample size. For $3.29, Avon Colony Deluxe Edition is a city-building strategy game where you construct humanity's first extrasolar settlement on the alien planet Avon Prime, and you have to balance resource management, citizen well-being, and survival against harsh, exotic environments. Explore deserts, tundras, and jungles while expanding your colonies into massive cities, and overcome challenges like alien weather, hostile terrain, and limited supplies to ensure your colony thrives. This edition also includes the Cerulean Vale DLC, which adds a sandbox map with even harsher conditions, greater rewards, and new survival challenges, providing extended gameplay and extra strategic depth. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $2.59, Aspire, Ina's Tale is a mystical side-scrolling adventure where you guide Ina through the tower's inner chambers to uncover the reason for her imprisonment, and you'll traverse beautiful, sprawling levels filled with puzzles, platforming challenges, and enigmatic characters. Her dreams shape reality, while interacting with the tower's spirits allows you to manipulate objects, reveal hidden passages, and solve clever environmental puzzles. And as you explore, you uncover the pasts of the tower dwellers and gradually piece together the deeper mysteries of this living world. Every region has its own distinct atmosphere, and the journey transforms Ina from a trapped dreamer into someone discovering her full potential. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Time on Frog Island is a quirky sandbox adventure where you're shipwrecked on a mysterious island populated by frogs, and you have to explore, trade, and solve puzzles to repair your broken vessel while uncovering hidden secrets. You'll navigate a network of trades and tasks, help friendly frog locals, and experiment with items to jump higher, move faster, or manipulate the environment, and fishing, farming, and crafting allow you to create new tools and concoctions to aid your progress. As you explore, each discovery, favor, or puzzle solved opens up new possibilities, and the island's whimsical charm, puzzles, and secrets make every session feel fresh and rewarding. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 9 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Gravitar Recharged is a challenging arcade space shooter where you pilot a lone spacecraft across uncharted planets and hostile space stations, and you have to navigate varying gravity, complete missions, and survive alien threats to progress through solar systems. Each mission tests your precision and strategy while you collect power-ups like homing missiles and EMP disruptors, and cooperative play allows 2 players to tether together, requiring skillful coordination to succeed. The game's painterly environments and pastel tones create a unique visual experience, and Megan McDuffie's ambient soundtrack enhances the sense of wonder as you journey deeper into the unknown. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and I'm not sure how long it'll take to platinum since it has such a small sample size. For $2.99, Soundfall is a rhythm-driven dungeon crawler where you battle the forces of discord in the corrupted world of Symphonia, and your attacks, dodges, and abilities become more powerful when timed to the beat of the music. Venture solo or with up to 4 players in local or online co-op, and explore 10 unique environments while unlocking thousands of loot combinations, customizing your loadout with over 500 music-based weapons and items, and mastering the distinct playstyles of 5 playable characters. Defeat Discordian enemies, restore harmony to the world, and immerse yourself in a vibrant audio-visual experience where music and combat intertwine dynamically. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $1.99, The Serpent Rogue is an action-adventure game set in a medieval fantasy world where you play as the mysterious alchemist known as the Warden, and you have to explore, craft potions, and tame wild creatures to stop the spreading evil of the Serpent Rogue. Traverse Mount Morbus, uncover secret passages, and complete quests for the cursed inhabitants while experimenting with ingredients to create potions with unique effects, and your choices trigger cause and effect sequences that shape the environment, attract enemies, or influence your own abilities. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and I'm not sure how long it'll take the Platinum since it has such a small sample size. For $4.99, Before We Leave is a cozy city-building game where you guide a newly emerged civilization of peeps across islands and planets, and you have to manage resources, trade between settlements, and research ancient technologies to help your society thrive. Explore 6 unique biomes, protect your peeps from ancestral guardians, and balance pollution, happiness, and growth while uncovering lost knowledge, and the game's relaxing pace allows you to expand your civilization across a solar system at your own rhythm. Rebuild what was lost, overcome challenges from the universe itself, and watch your small settlements flourish into a thriving interplanetary society. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 30 hours to Platinum. For $2.39, Six Souls is a charming pixel art platformer where adventurer Jack and his loyal dog Butch venture into the mysterious, long-abandoned Clifford Castle, determined to uncover the fate of the vanished Clifford family and reveal its hidden secrets. You'll leap through more than 80 handcrafted levels spread across 8 distinct areas, dodge traps, collect hidden items, and cleverly swap between Jack and Butch to solve puzzles that require teamwork and timing, all while meeting a cast of quirky and memorable castle residents. Dynamic boss fights, tight platforming challenges, and rewarding exploration combined with simple but satisfying mechanics to keep the adventure feeling fresh and engaging throughout its short runtime. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and only about an hour to Platinum. For $2.49, Epic Chef is a story-driven cooking adventure with life sim farming and crafting elements, where you play as Zest, a hopeful newcomer aiming to become the most celebrated chef in Ambrosia. You'll grow your own ingredients, build machinery, and experiment with a dynamic recipe creation system that rewards flavor synergy, dish properties, and clever combinations as you craft thousands of unique meals. Epic chef battles pit your culinary creations against rival cooks with varying tastes, while sauces and strategy let you influence the judges and claim victory in tense, hilarious competitions. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to Platinum. For $1.99, The Solitaire Conspiracy is a stylish, tactical solitaire adventure where Protego, the world's top spy agency, has fallen, and only you can command its scattered crews to save the world. Guided by analyst Jim Ratio, voiced by Greg Miller, you'll master the unique powers of each spy crew, using clever strategy and precise card placement in a cyberpunk tale of intrigue where trust is scarce. Beyond the cinematic campaign, you can dive into skirmish for endless play, tackle the intense countdown survival mode, or compete on daily hotspot leaderboards for fresh challenges every day. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 8 hours to Platinum. For $4.58, Children of Morta Complete Edition is an action RPG with roguelite elements, where you guide the Bergson family, 7 distinct heroes, through procedurally generated dungeons to fight back the spreading corruption. You'll hack and slash across dungeons and caves, level up each family member with unique skills, and experience a touching, story-driven journey that explores themes of love, sacrifice, and unity while unlocking powerful upgrades and abilities. This edition bundles all DLC, adding new characters like Yajoj, Majoj, and Apan, cosmetic skins, relics, charms, a pet shelter system, new events, and the Family Trials mode for randomized dungeon runs and experimental builds. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 18 hours to Platinum. For $1.79, A Juggler's Tale is a cinematic puzzle platformer where Abby, a marionette longing for freedom, escapes her circus cage and journeys through a war-torn medieval fairy tale world. You'll navigate raging rivers, sneak past bandits, and solve clever puzzles that creatively use Abby's strings to overcome traps and obstacles, all while evading the relentless cutthroat Tonda, who's never far behind. The lyrical narration of Puppet Master Jack and the folk-inspired soundtrack give the audience a storybook charm mixed with a somber tone, exploring themes of hope, trust, and destiny. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 2 hours to 100%, no Platinum for this one. For $2.99, Centipede Recharged is a modern reimagining of the classic bug-blasting arcade shooter, updated with vibrant neon visuals, smooth controls, and a widescreen 16:9 field of play. You'll chase high scores in arcade mode, tackle 30 creative challenges that remix the gameplay in exciting ways, and experiment with a dozen power-ups like screen-clearing explosions, railguns, and time-slowing abilities. Local co-op lets you team up with a friend to blast waves of bugs, while Megan McDuffie's energetic original soundtrack keeps every run feeling fast and fresh. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 Ultimate Edition is the most challenging entry in the series, putting you in the boots of Raven, a contract assassin tasked with toppling a criminal syndicate in the modern Middle East using extreme long-range sniping over a kilometer. You'll navigate 5 expansive maps with tactical stealth, close-quarters takedowns, and replayable contracts, using upgraded visuals, adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, and faster loading to make every shot on PS5 feel intense and precise. This edition bundles the Butcher's Banquet expansion, set in a lush but deadly new desert region, alongside multiple DLC packs full of unique weapons, skins, and equipment that expand your arsenal and personalization options. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Tribes of Midgard is a vibrant survival action RPG for 1 to 10 players, where you craft legendary gear, build a thriving village, and journey through colorful, procedurally generated realms to stop Ragnarok. You'll gather resources by land and sea, level up your Viking Einherjar, chase chickens, raid dungeons, and face towering Jotnar and ancients in fast-paced combat that rewards smart dodges, timed blocks, and powerful rune builds. Survival mode offers a slower-paced, customizable adventure, while Saga mode is a thrilling time attack challenge that pushes you to defend Yggdrasil and unlock new classes, skills, and rewards. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $4.49, Metro Exodus is a story-driven first-person shooter where you escape the ruins of Moscow and journey across post-apocalyptic Russia, blending stealth, survival horror, and intense combat. You'll explore vast, non-linear environments, from irradiated wilderness to abandoned towns, scavenging for resources, crafting weapons, and navigating deadly encounters while following a gripping narrative inspired by Dmitry Glukovsky's novels that spans an entire year. The game's immersive world, dynamic weather, and atmospheric storytelling make each moment tense and memorable, combining exploration and action in a cinematic journey across spring, summer, autumn, and the depths of nuclear winter. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $4.49, Saints Row the Third Remastered puts you in control of the 3rd Street Saints at the peak of their power, letting you wreak havoc across Steelport with outrageous freedom. You'll engage in over-the-top missions from skydiving tanks to calling satellite airstrikes on rival gangs, while exploring a fully remastered city with improved lighting, textures, shaders, and smooth 4K 60 FPS performance on PS5. Whether evading the Syndicate, building your criminal empire, or simply causing chaos, the game delivers a satirical, action-packed open-world experience filled with humor and madness. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Norita Boy is a neon-soaked action-adventure that casts you as a legendary pixel hero trapped in the digital kingdom, wielding the Techno Sword to battle the corrupt stallions and restore the realm. You'll explore hand-drawn, retro-inspired environments, solve puzzles, and confront surreal, fever-dream enemies and epic bosses, all while uncovering the mysteries of the creator in the digital world. Synthwave beats and striking pixel art combine to deliver a stylish 80s-inspired journey full of intense combat, exploration, and narrative twists that blend reality and code. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $1.99, Minute of Islands is a narrative-driven puzzle platformer where you play as Mo, a young mechanic tasked with repairing a world teetering on the brink of collapse. You'll explore handcrafted islands and dark labyrinths, using the powerful Omni Switch to manipulate machines, solve environmental puzzles, and uncover hidden secrets beneath the surface. A poetic story, brought to life by narrator Megan Gay, unfolds as you meet curious creatures, confront the remnants of an ancient race of giants, and face emotional choices that reveal the fragile beauty of the archipelago. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest is a narrative-driven adventure where you play as Maya, exploring her family history in Europe's last primeval wilderness while uncovering the clash between nature, technology, and greed. You'll make impactful choices, engage with rich lore from the World of Darkness universe, and experience the tension and freedom of a classic tabletop RPG adapted for digital play. Striking collage-style art blends hand-illustrated characters with real-world locations, creating an immersive, visual, and emotional journey that tests your moral compass and harnesses the power of rage. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Monster Sanctuary is a Metroidvania-inspired adventure where you explore expansive lands, solve environmental puzzles, and traverse platforming challenges with the help of a growing roster of monsters. You'll collect, evolve, and train 111 unique creatures, each with their own skill trees, and build a strategic team capable of unleashing devastating combos in turn-based battles, while experimenting with synergies and formations to overcome tough enemies. Beyond the main adventure, you can test your skills in online PvP, tackle endurance challenges, and enjoy added replayability with optional randomizer, bravery, and permadeath modes for a fresh experience every run. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Through the Darkest of Times is a somber historical resistance strategy game where you'll lead a small group of ordinary Berlin citizens fighting back against the Nazi regime in 1933. You'll secretly organize acts of defiance like spreading leaflets, painting anti-fascist slogans, sabotaging supplies, and gathering intel while recruiting followers from all walks of life, and you'll have to stay one step ahead of patrolling soldiers to keep your people safe. Its expressionistic art style and historically accurate events capture the oppressive atmosphere of the Third Reich, forcing you to make agonizing moral choices, face harsh consequences, and feel the weight of each risk you take to save innocent lives. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $4.99, Namco Museum Archives Volume 2 is a nostalgic 8-bit collection bundling 11 classic and rare Namco games, including the first ever Western release of several hidden gems. You'll blast alien swarms in Galaga, dodge tanks in Battle City, and explore the charming worlds of Mappyland, Pac-Land, and Legacy of the Wizard, all faithfully recreated with crisp retro visuals and tight controls, while modern save and rewind features smooth out the challenge. From the unique 8-bit version of Gapless to lesser-known treasures like Mendel Palace and Dragon Buster 2, it's a love letter to arcade history that offers quick bursts of old-school fun or extended score-chasing sessions. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 2 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4.49, The Council: The Complete Season is a gripping episodic narrative adventure where every choice you make and skill you develop can permanently alter the story's direction. Set in 1793 on a secluded island off England's coast, you'll play as secret society member Louis de Richet, investigating his mother's disappearance while mingling with historical figures like Napoleon and George Washington, each harboring their own dangerous secrets and agendas. Dialogue plays out like strategic battles as you leverage unique abilities to manipulate conversations, uncover hidden motives, and navigate a web of intrigue, political machinations, and betrayal, all wrapped in an atmospheric period setting brimming with tension. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 18 hours to platinum. For $1.99, Doom 64 is a remastered classic first-person shooter where you'll take up arms against demonic forces to track down the Mother of Demons and stop Hell's full-scale invasion. Across more than 30 sprawling, action-packed levels, you'll rip and tear through grotesque enemies, discover hidden keys in secret chambers, and unleash devastating firepower with enhanced weapons while mastering movement and conserving ammo. Its moody lighting, atmospheric soundtrack, and distinctive level design create an oppressive, otherworldly tone that perfectly captures the spirit of 90s shooters, making every firefight and secret discovery feel rewarding. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about an hour to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $4.99, Zombie Army 4 Dead War is a grisly third-person shooter where you'll face Hitler's undead legions in an alternate 1940s Europe, battling to stop a horrifying occult apocalypse. Across massive campaign levels for up to 4 players, you'll stalk through bombed-out cities, haunted ruins, and twisted military fortresses as abominable zombies, grotesque monstrosities, and resurrected war machines hunt you down with unrelenting ferocity. Its genre-defining ballistics and deep customization let you upgrade and electrify your weapons with fire, lightning, or divine power, while brutal melee takedowns and environmental traps give you creative ways to shred overwhelming hordes. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $3.99, Arise, A Simple Story is a touching narrative adventure where you'll journey through the vivid memories of 2 intertwined lives, bending time itself to explore their love and loss. You'll glide across breathtaking landscapes that shift between seasons at your command, rewinding and fast-forwarding moments to solve environmental puzzles, uncover hidden details, and reveal poignant memories wrapped in stunning visual storytelling. Its painterly art style and evocative music create a heartfelt, dreamlike atmosphere, and optional co-op play lets a friend join you in manipulating time to share the emotional experience. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3.99, Where the Water Tastes Like Wine is a haunting narrative adventure where you'll trek across a folkloric Depression-era United States, gathering and sharing stories to uncover hidden truths about its people. You'll wander an expansive 3D overworld map, meeting drifters, workers, and wanderers whose hand-drawn portraits and layered tales reveal glimpses of hardship, hope, and survival amid the American dream's darker corners. Stories act as your currency. You'll need to match the right tale to each stranger's mood or experience to earn their trust, unlock powerful new narratives, and piece together the soul of a country through folklore and myth. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Sparklight is a charming action-adventure set in the whimsical, ever-changing world of Geodia, where you'll battle greedy titans and explore vibrant, procedurally generated biomes. You'll wield an inventive arsenal of gadgets, guns, and gear to overcome tricky puzzles, defeat powerful bosses, and collect valuable sparklight while rescuing locals and upgrading the refuge to strengthen your fight against the barren mining corp. Its intricate pixel art, GameCube-inspired soundtrack, and optional local co-op with Ada's robotic sidekick make every expedition feel nostalgic yet fresh, offering plenty of secrets and satisfying combat. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 13 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Valfaris is a heavy metal-infused action platformer where you'll storm a corrupted space fortress orbiting a dying sun, wielding savage firepower to uncover the fate of your once glorious home. As Therion, the proud son of Valfaris, you'll blast through grotesque alien horrors, explore diverse tainted environments, and face off against monstrous bosses while collecting brutal weapons and upgrades that drip with over-the-top gore and attitude. Its handcrafted pixel art by Andrew Gilmore, thundering metal soundtrack, and unlockable full metal mode crank the intensity even higher, offering a gloriously gory challenge for fans of classic run-and-gun shooters. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $2.99, Neversong is a hauntingly dreamlike action-adventure where you'll awaken from a coma to find your girlfriend missing and uncover the dark secrets lurking in Neverwood. You'll explore 6 beautifully illustrated, moody levels from the eerie streets of Redwind Field to the shadowy halls of Black Fork Asylum, battling bizarre zombie grown-ups and monstrous bosses with your trusty baseball bat while piecing together Pete's mysterious past. Its piano-driven soundtrack, quirky childhood companions, and atmospheric storytelling combine to create a bittersweet, emotionally resonant journey through memory, loss, and the strange world of dreams. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $3.74, Door Kickers Action Squad is a fast-paced, old-school side-scroller where you'll play as a SWAT trooper storming Nowhere City, USA, taking down criminals with precision and style. You'll choose your loadout, kick down doors, and master recoil, timing, and cover to survive increasingly chaotic levels, while strategically using health packs, gear refills, and ultimate abilities to overcome deadly enemies and challenging boss encounters. With 84 non-linear missions, multiple playable characters with unique skills, retro-styled pixel visuals, and both couch and online co-op, the game offers frantic replayability, endless tower challenges, and even zombie invasion mode for chaotic fun with friends. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $3.99, AI The Somnium Files is a gripping sci-fi murder mystery where you'll step into the shoes of Detective Kaname Date to unravel a chilling case involving a mutilated body at an abandoned theme park. You'll explore crime scenes, interrogate suspects, and dive into the dreams of witnesses using 3 specialized vision modes, solving intricate puzzles under tight 6-minute constraints to uncover hidden truths and unravel multiple branching storylines. Its cinematic presentation, compelling characters, and tense investigative gameplay combine for an immersive experience that blends thriller, mystery, and science fiction across a sprawling 30-plus hour narrative with numerous endings. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $2.49, Hero Express is a quirky 2D physics-based driving game where you'll take control of wild and wacky vehicles to navigate crazy tracks and save the hero from impending doom. Across 11 hazard-packed courses, you'll carefully manage jumps, ramps, and tricky obstacles while upgrading 4 different vehicle stats, using power-ups strategically, and mastering each unique vehicle's handling to survive, not just finish, the course. Its colorful, chaotic aesthetic, inventive level design, and challenging physics-based gameplay make every run both frantic and rewarding, demanding patience, timing, and skill as you tackle increasingly inventive hazards. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $1.99, Agent A, A Puzzle in Disguise, is a stylish secret agent adventure where you'll step into the shoes of Agent A to infiltrate Ruby LaRouge's elaborate hideout filled with retro-futuristic gadgets and clever logic puzzles. You'll explore 35 meticulously designed environments, spot subtle clues, and cleverly manipulate collected objects to solve over 100 inventory-based challenges and unlock 50 intricate puzzle screens, all while unraveling a playful game of cat and mouse that tests your observation and deduction skills. Its 1960s-inspired art style, quirky humor, and intricate puzzle design combine to create a satisfying, cerebral adventure for fans of classic point-and-click mysteries. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. For $6.74, Stellar Interface is a fast-paced roguelike space shooter where every run feels fresh thanks to a randomly generated galaxy packed with over 100 perks, consumables, and outrageous combinations to experiment with. You'll battle galactic overlords, unlock spacecraft with unique starting perks, and complete over 100 bounties to climb the StellarNet ranks, while dodging bullets and chasing the perfect build. With merchants, special levels, and a flexible approach to upgrading your arsenal of cannons, missiles, and lasers, it's a frantic, replayable journey through ever-changing space battles. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, and I have no idea about the trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $8.99, OTXO is a brutal, noir-inspired top-down shooter where you infiltrate a mysterious mansion to rescue your lost love, carving through waves of enemies as its secrets slowly unravel. With over 150 handcrafted rooms, 8 distinct areas, and randomized layouts, no 2 runs are the same, while more than 100 unlockable abilities and a massive arsenal of guns let you experiment with builds and playstyles. The focused slow-mo mechanic gives you stylish control in chaotic firefights, but adaptive enemy types keep every encounter tense, and the gritty, developer-composed soundtrack perfectly matches its violent, atmospheric tone. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 30 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.04, They Always Run Deluxe Edition is a slick, story-driven action platformer where you play as Aiden, a 3-armed bounty hunter tracking the galaxy's deadliest fugitives amid a post-imperial crime wave. Your extra limb isn't just for show. It lets you juggle multiple enemies, perform targeted attacks, and manipulate the environment as you uncover a galaxy-wide conspiracy tied to your past. You'll upgrade gear, gain new abilities, and chase bounties across ruined civilizations, bustling core worlds, and lawless fringes with fast, hard-hitting combat and unexpected narrative twists keeping every mission tense. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 8 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8.99, Full Void is a hand-drawn cinematic puzzle platformer set in a bleak dystopian future where a rogue AI has enslaved humanity and only children remain free, at least for now. You play as a lone teenager navigating a hostile, broken world filled with atmospheric puzzles, clever hacking mechanics, and suspenseful moments that keep you on edge without gore or excessive violence. Inspired by classic platformers of the 80s and 90s, but enhanced with modern twists like dynamic lighting, immersive cutscenes, and minimalistic sound design, it delivers a gripping story of oppression and survival through its environmental storytelling and haunting Amiga mod soundtrack. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Prison City is a high-octane, retro-inspired side-scrolling shooter where you'll battle your way across a crumbling Detroit-turned mega-prison in the far-off year of 1997. Armed with chakrams, grenades, and a grappling hook, you'll clear 8 diverse zones, from sewers and factories to nature preserves, defeating bosses, dodging hazards, and uncovering hidden upgrades along the way. Brimming with 80s and 90s action movie and game references, customizable difficulty options, and a boss rush mode for speedrunners, it delivers pure old-school adrenaline backed by a pounding Radland Studio soundtrack. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I have no idea about the trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $7.49, Spells and Secrets is a charming roguelite action-adventure where you step into the robes of a first-year magic student at the Academy of Griefenstein, only to have your first day upended by a mysterious calamity. Using creative spellcasting, you'll battle magical creatures, solve environmental puzzles, and explore an ever-shifting castle as you search for missing classmates and uncover the Academy's hidden truths. With extensive character customization, unlockable options, hidden collectibles, dynamic encounters, and plenty of secrets to discover, it's perfect for fans who've always wanted to live out their wizarding school fantasies in a rich, magical world. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, The Gap is a narrative-driven psychological adventure where neuroscientist Joshua Hayes searches for a cure to a rare neurological disorder tearing his family apart. To reclaim his memories and unravel the truth, he must traverse parallel realities shaped by déjà vu, revisiting moments of profound joy and crushing pain that reveal the fragility of identity and trust. Minimalist, atmospheric environments hide emotional gateways to the past, while a biotech corporation's secretive program entangles him in corporate intrigue, forcing him to question his own perceptions, motives, and memories. Intense storytelling, haunting sound design, and evocative visuals amplify its emotional impact. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Wizard with a Gun Deluxe Edition is an online sandbox survival game for 1 to 4 players that blends whimsical magic with chaotic creativity, and its Deluxe Edition bundles the base game with the Gunmancer pack, including the Dream Projector building recipe, Arch Wizard outfit, and Dandy outfit. Collect resources, craft enchanted ammo, and design your wizard and tower home while exploring fractured magical biomes, and experiment with spell combinations that can lead to either devastating power or chaotic mishaps. Cooperative play lets you team up with friends or watch everything burn down together, while customization, randomized worlds, and systemic gameplay reward creativity and strategic planning. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Eternites is a dating action game that blends a love story with adrenaline-fueled combat as you navigate an apocalyptic world, scavenging supplies, exploring dungeons, and going on dates. You'll face the infected, humans-turned-violent monsters, and fight not just for survival, but for those you care about, while growing closer to a cast of 5 quirky characters to unlock unique skills and spells. Daily deadlines force choices between dungeon crawling, training, scavenging, or relationship building, and dangerous areas called the Wall challenge you with traps, puzzles, and minigames, all while confidants lend their support. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.99, 2D and Top D is a brilliant hybrid of 2D platforming and top-down puzzling, where two dimensions collide, forcing you to switch perspectives to overcome punishing challenges. You'll meet strange new friends on a quest to recover the missing semicolon and restore balance to the universe, and as you switch between 2D and Top D, the game dynamically bends to the rules of the current genre while you solve puzzles, defeat massive bosses, and uncover hidden secrets. Local co-op lets you tackle the adventure with a friend, and adjustable difficulty settings give you flexibility for the hardest sections. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Proto-Droid Delta is a fast and fluid 3D action platformer set in a vibrant solarpunk world where humanity and technology coexist with nature. You play as the hyper-advanced android Delta, navigating challenging stages with extraordinary dexterity and a distinctive arsenal, and as you explore the hopeful world of Radia, you'll face epic Viper bosses, uncover hidden upgrades, and learn the stories of a vibrant cast of rivals, fellow androids, and roboticists, all while shaping the future of AI and humanity through dynamic, choice-driven gameplay. Heavily inspired by classic action platformers, it's action-packed with intense fights, dynamic platforming, and challenging 3D levels just waiting to be mastered. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Legend of Keepers: Career of a Dungeon Manager is a unique blend of dungeon management and roguelike strategy, where you take charge as a dungeon manager, guiding your career through twisted traps and monstrous defenses. You'll plan your dungeon carefully, placing traps and monsters to stop waves of adventurers, and as the heroes move through your domain, turn-based combat ensues, letting you watch your strategies unfold while keeping some of your master's bonuses between runs. Alongside dungeon planning, you'll climb the corporate ladder, hire monsters, manage employees and trap stocks, and navigate unpredictable events like strikes, all while crushing intruders and protecting your company's treasures. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Weird West Definitive Edition is an action RPG that blends dark fantasy with a reimagined Wild West, where lawmen and gunslingers share the frontier with fantastical creatures. You'll follow the intertwined destinies of unusual heroes, and as you make high-stakes choices, the world reacts dynamically to your actions while forming posses, uncovering origin stories, and shaping each character's journey toward a converging final chapter. With a sandbox-style immersive sim, every decision carries weight, brutal consequences are unavoidable, and multiple playstyles allow for endlessly tailored adventures across this unforgiving, otherworldly frontier. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Smile for Me is an unconventional point-and-click adventure where you nod and shake your head to communicate with a quirky cast of characters in a surreal world filled with bizarre secrets and charm. You'll explore the habitat and solve clever puzzles as you cheer up its oddball residents, and you'll uncover secrets while deciding whether to help just a few friends or save everyone who calls this strange place home. The mix of funky animations, juicy gossip, emotional baggage, and strange twists keeps each encounter unpredictable, and you'll slowly piece together a sinister hidden story as your choices shape their fates. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $7.79, Final Fantasy is a beautifully remastered 2D version of the legendary RPG that started it all, with updated pixel graphics and a reimagined soundtrack that preserves the spirit of Nobuo Uematsu's iconic music. You'll become the Warriors of Light and traverse a vast world of airships, hidden dungeons, and ancient crystals, and you'll switch classes, fight iconic monsters, and unlock powerful magic as you restore balance to the 4 elemental forces. The streamlined UI, optional boost features, adjustable encounters, and alternate soundtracks modernize the classic experience while retaining its nostalgic heart, and every step you take feels like revisiting gaming's most important roots. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.79, Final Fantasy II is a reimagined 2D version of the ambitious RPG sequel that introduced unique leveling mechanics and a darker narrative that pushed the series forward in surprising ways. You'll follow 4 orphans caught in a devastating war between the Palamecian Empire and rebels, and you'll meet allies like Minwu, Prince Gordon, and Layla as tragic twists and personal sacrifices shape your epic journey. The skill system strengthens attributes based on your combat choices instead of levels, and the updated visuals, sound, boost options, and modern UI enhancements make this beloved installment both challenging and accessible for newcomers. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Chef Life puts you in charge of building and managing your dream restaurant with customizable kitchens, premium ingredients, and careful financial planning that can make or break your reputation. You'll create menus inspired by French, Italian, and global cuisine, improve recipes to impress your diners, and adapt your offerings to seasonal trends and customer demands to earn their loyalty and increase your restaurant's prestige. Each service tests your management and cooking skills as you organize your team, prepare complex dishes, and plate them creatively, and your choices determine whether you remain a cozy cafe or achieve Michelin-starred fame. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Journey to the Savage Planet Employee of the Month is a first-person adventure that combines humor, exploration, and survival as you chart a bizarre alien world for humanity's future. You'll navigate 4 distinct biomes filled with unique flora, fauna, and wacky creatures, while crafting gear, experimenting with weapons, and uncovering hidden secrets along the way. The game lets you tackle challenges solo or in 2-player co-op, taking advantage of jet boots, grapples, acid grenades, and other quirky tools to solve puzzles, photograph wildlife, and fully explore the vibrant, unpredictable world. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Sable is an open-world exploration game where you guide the titular character through her gliding, a coming-of-age rite, across vast deserts, ancient ruins, and the remnants of past civilizations. You'll ride a hoverbike across sweeping dunes, scale monumental structures, and encounter nomadic tribes, all while uncovering long-forgotten secrets and piecing together Sable's story behind her enigmatic mask. The game allows for full freedom of exploration, letting you solve puzzles, collect masks, customize your hoverbike, fish, and catalog creatures, all accompanied by a stunning original soundtrack by Japanese Breakfast and a mesmerizing, unique art style. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $6.59, Moving Out Deluxe Edition is a chaotic, physics-based co-op game where you take on moving jobs across Packmore while dodging absurd obstacles and mastering furniture relocation. You'll recruit colorful movers, grow your business, and tackle increasingly bizarre challenges across 3 included campaigns, and the game's ridiculous level design, wacky hazards, and playful physics create moments of pure comedy as you work alone or with friends to clear each stage efficiently. From tropical paradises to office buildings, each level tests your teamwork and creativity while offering new mechanics, expansions, and unlockable characters to keep the gameplay fresh and unpredictable. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.12, Neon Abyss is a frantic run-and-gun roguelike where you play as a member of Grimm Squad sent to infiltrate the Abyss and take down the new gods. You'll battle through procedurally generated levels packed with enemies, traps, and secrets, and each character comes with unique abilities that change how you approach combat, loot, and upgrades. The Deluxe Edition adds multiple DLCs, including extra characters, alter egos, and new endless challenges, giving you even more ways to experiment with weapons, skills, and chaotic gameplay while striving to survive increasingly difficult runs. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gas Station Simulator is a detailed management game where you renovate, expand, and operate a gas station in the middle of a desert while balancing customer satisfaction and business growth. You'll clean, repair, decorate, and upgrade your gas station, and as you expand, you can add services like a shop, toilets, or a full workshop to attract more varied customers, all while managing time-sensitive tasks under pressure. Hire employees with unique skills, track stock and deliveries, and choose whether to micromanage every detail or focus on broader strategies to maximize efficiency, profits, and the overall customer experience. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Clea 2 is a tense horror adventure where you guide Florine through otherworldly realms to resurrect someone she holds dear, confronting horrors and navigating eerie environments. Enemies react dynamically to your every move, and the game challenges your skills with precise timing and strategy rather than relying on jump scares, creating a suspenseful and immersive experience. Multiple endings, unlockable costumes, galleries, difficulty modes, and an arcade feature give the game strong replayability, while fully voiced cutscenes deepen the narrative and bring Florine's journey and the mansion's dark lore to life. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Apico is a charming beekeeping sim where you return to your family home to breed, collect, and conserve bees while exploring lush environments and restoring biodiversity. You'll gather resources, experiment with crossbreeding to create new bee species, and maintain hives while managing flowers, honey production, and environmental factors, all in a relaxing and colorful world that blends real-life biology with whimsical fantasy. Completing quests, discovering rare bees, and helping repopulate the islands provides a satisfying sense of progression, and the game's soothing soundtrack and gentle pace make it easy to lose hours immersed in its ecosystem. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Sam & Max Save the World is a remastered episodic adventure where a 6-foot canine detective and his hyperkinetic rabbity thing partner tackle a bizarre hypnotism conspiracy across cities, the internet, and even the moon. You'll solve inventive puzzles, collect quirky inventory items, and enlist the help of eccentric allies while experiencing offbeat humor, wacky dialogue, and a series of escalating, hilarious scenarios that combine clever writing with absurd action. The remaster enhances the original's graphics, adds 5 new musical tracks, and preserves the original episodic charm, making it an ideal way for newcomers or returning fans to dive into this comic crime world. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space is a remastered episodic adventure where the freelance police travel from the North Pole to outer space, hell, and back, facing bizarre conspiracies and absurd villains. You'll solve inventive puzzles, gather quirky inventory items, and interact with eccentric allies while experiencing the duo's trademark humor, escalating antics, and clever interwoven storylines across 5 episodes. The remaster updates HD graphics, lighting, lip sync, audio, and adds 8 new musical tracks with live jazz, making it a fresh and hilarious way to relive the award-winning season. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Rollerdrome is a single-player third-person action shooter that fuses high-octane combat with fluid skating mechanics, where pulling off tricks and grinds fuels your ammo and stylish kills restore your health. Set in 2030, you'll compete in a brutal blood sport controlled by the mysterious Matterhorn Corporation, mastering fluid combat, precise shooting, and combo-based gameplay to climb the Rollerdrome leaderboards. With a striking comic book-inspired art style, an adrenaline-pumping original soundtrack, and an engaging retro-future narrative, every match challenges your skill, timing, and strategy as you chase tournament supremacy. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Voyage is a cinematic adventure that follows 2 survivors on a mysterious journey to uncover a long-forgotten past, playable solo or cooperatively for a seamless shared experience. You'll explore hand-painted, expansive environments, solving puzzles and unraveling the story without words, relying on visuals, music, and immersive sound design by Caleb Bowen to convey emotion and narrative. Focused entirely on exploration and discovery, the game offers a peaceful, non-violent experience that emphasizes atmosphere and connection over action. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 2 hours to platinum. For $7.49, 2 Point Campus is a humorous and creative management simulation where you design and run your own university, shaping students' lives both academically and socially. You'll build classrooms, outdoor spaces, and even fantastical facilities like night schools or giant pizza labs, hire quirky staff, and balance your students' education with their happiness and extracurricular activities. With expanded creative tools, seasonal cycles, and a sandbox campus environment, you can craft a unique academic experience filled with humor, challenges, and endless customization options. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Brogun is a retro-inspired platformer where you play as Renata using a frog-shaped grappling hook to traverse colorful ruins, snowy peaks, and molten lava swamps in search of her missing explorer parents. You'll swing, climb, and solve environmental puzzles, outpace rivals, and take on challenging bosses while uncovering hidden areas and completing level-based challenges to collect emblems. With a charming, low-poly aesthetic, unlockable two-player arenas, and a quirky hat trading system, Brogun blends nostalgia with modern platforming thrills and clever exploration mechanics. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 16 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series is a remastered collection of 3D side-scrolling action-adventures, combining Klonoa, Door to Phantomile, and Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil, in celebration of the series' 25th anniversary. You'll guide Klonoa through imaginative worlds filled with unique characters, solving puzzles, defeating enemies with his signature wind-and-grab mechanic, and exploring vibrant levels full of charm and clever platforming challenges. The remaster updates the visuals, adds adjustable difficulty settings, and includes the Moo costume set for cosmetic flair, making it accessible to newcomers while offering nostalgic appeal for longtime fans. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6.99, the Atomic Crops Reap What You bundle is an action-packed roguelite farming simulator where you inherit a farm in a post-apocalyptic wasteland and have to grow mutated crops while fending off relentless mutant pests and bandits. You'll plant, water, and harvest atomic crops to feed the town, defend your farm with clever tactics and weapons, and recruit townsfolk to fight and farm alongside you. The bundle includes the full game and the Reap What You Crow DLC, offering persistent farmhouse upgrades, animal rescues, and roguelite progression that keeps every run fresh and challenging. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9.99, AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative is a story-driven visual novel and mystery adventure where special agents Mizuki and Ryuki, assisted by AI partners Aiba and Tama, investigate the bizarre half-body serial killings. You'll explore detailed crime scenes, interrogate suspects, and dive into the surreal dreamlike Somnium worlds to uncover hidden clues and piece together the truth behind the enigmatic Nirvana Initiative. Combining branching narratives, intricate puzzles, and a gripping sci-fi thriller plot, the game challenges you to think critically while immersing yourself in a complex, cinematic story. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.79, Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery is a serene, narrative-driven puzzle adventure that follows an aspiring artist as she works to complete her final masterpiece while revealing a tender, emotional story of chance, artistry, and the memories embedded in her work. You'll explore richly hand-animated, panoramic worlds inspired by Studio Ghibli, solving puzzles to restore colors, sketch, and refine your artwork, all while interacting with a brusque neighbor and a mischievous cat. The game encourages a relaxed pace, letting you immerse yourself in its evocative visuals, smooth soundtrack, and subtle storytelling conveyed through environment, character interactions, and the unfolding creation of the artist's gallery submission. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 2 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Fury Modor Edition is a high-octane, boss-focused action game where you fight your way to freedom through a series of intense, fast-paced duels blending precise sword combat and dual-stick shooting. This edition includes the full Fury game, the Onimusha DLC letting you play as the powerful Onimusha rider, the One More Fight DLC featuring the Guardian The Flame and secret boss Bernard, plus all post-launch improvements like Invincible Mode, Fury or Speedrun, and alternate controls. With striking boss designs by Takashi Okazaki and a pulse-pounding original soundtrack from Carpenter Brute, Danger, and more, every encounter tests your reflexes, timing, and strategy in an unforgettable, adrenaline-charged experience. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Salt and Sacrifice is an action RPG where you play as a marked inquisitor tasked with hunting down powerful, chaotic mages in a dark, sprawling kingdom teetering on the edge of ruin. You'll explore labyrinthine environments, craft weapons and armor from defeated foes, and master a variety of weapons and runic arts while uncovering hidden secrets, traps, and formidable guardians. The game supports full online co-op, drop-in quick play, and PvP encounters, letting you team up with friends or challenge other players as you navigate a dangerous, choice-driven world steeped in elemental chaos. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Ao the Clown is a colorful side-scrolling action platformer where you play as Ao, a lovable clown on a quest to rescue his missing circus dog, Bo, across whimsical and perilous lands. You'll navigate imaginative stages filled with obstacles, collect hidden items, tackle side quests, and face off against oversized bosses, using an arsenal of playful weapons like toy hammers, water balloons, and even miniature tanks and helicopters. With wall jumps, slides, stomps, and friendly NPCs willing to lend a hand, Ao the Clown blends classic platforming challenges with vibrant 2.5D visuals and charm-filled storytelling. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Chernobylite Complete Edition is a sci-fi survival horror RPG where you play Igor, a physicist returning to the Chernobyl exclusion zone to uncover the mysterious disappearance of his fiancée 30 years prior. You'll navigate a hyper-realistic, 3D-scanned wasteland, balancing stealth, combat, and survival as you contend with hostile soldiers, supernatural creatures, and the harsh environment, while managing resources, crafting equipment, and building a secure base. The game's non-linear story adapts to your choices, shaping relationships, strategic decisions, and the ultimate outcome of your investigation into love, obsession, and conspiracy. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Conan Chop Chop is a chaotic stick-figure action RPG where you take on the Wrathathon, battling Thothamon's minions across perilous dungeons, procedurally generated worlds, and epic boss arenas in solo or 1-to-4 player online and couch co-op. Choose from iconic Hyborian heroes like Conan or Bellet, leveling them up with unique perks and abilities while experimenting with trillions of weapon, armor, and charm combinations to create overpowered builds. Upgrade your village, craft strategies, and master frantic combat as you face relentless enemies, conquer massive bosses, and explore a savage world full of treasure, danger, and endlessly replayable challenges. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $9.99, The King of Fighters 15 Deluxe Edition is a high-octane fighting game featuring 39 characters, including classic favorites, revived fighters, and new additions, as you engage in the ultimate 3-on-3 team battles across a story that reaches an explosive climax. Experience fast-paced combat with the series' traditional mechanics enhanced by a fresh, modern system, while exploring extensive content including story mode, gallery, and over 300 tracks in the new DJ station. The Deluxe Edition also includes the Team Garo and Team Southtown DLC characters, plus the digital exclusive Classic Leona costume, all supported by rollback netcode for smooth online play. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.89, Ollie Ollie World Rad Edition is a vibrant skateboarding action platformer bundled with its 2 major expansions, Void Riders and Finding the Flow Zone, adding new biomes, levels, characters, and customization options to an already stacked experience. Cruise through the eccentric and colorful land of Radlandia, meeting quirky locals, grinding rails, and pulling off tricks as you seek the mysterious skate gods on your quest for Nirvana, all set to an upbeat IDM and electronica soundtrack. Its tight controls, multiple level paths, and deep customization let you skate your way, whether you're a seasoned player mastering high-score routes or a newcomer enjoying the accessible flow state gameplay. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Mythic Ocean is a peaceful narrative exploration adventure where you befriend gods beneath the waves and guide them toward creating a new world or plunging it into chaos. Swim freely through vibrant underwater environments, chat with a cast of goofy sea creatures, and engage in deep, often amusing conversations with 6 unique deities whose personalities and ambitions couldn't be more different. Every piece of advice you give reshapes the cosmos, offering thousands of possible outcomes that range from serene harmony to absolute pandemonium, making replaying and experimenting feel rewarding and meaningful. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 3 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Eterna Noctis is a sprawling, non-linear action platforming adventure where you become the King of Darkness on a quest to reclaim your lost powers. Across 16 hand-drawn areas brimming with secrets, side quests, and treacherous platforming challenges, you'll uncover an emotional story that hides profound twists beneath its seemingly straightforward premise. Fluid combat, customizable abilities, and voice-acted cutscenes in 8 languages combine with an evocative soundtrack to create a world that feels both vast and intimate, rewarding exploration and mastery. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $7.49, The Wild at Heart is a whimsical storybook adventure where 2 runaway kids command a swarm of magical spritelings to explore the mysterious deep woods. You'll gather rare resources, craft upgrades, and rebuild broken paths while solving clever puzzles, unearthing centuries of lore, and battling both supernatural foes and aggressive wildlife. The game's enchanting art style and nostalgic tone are balanced by tense nighttime exploration, where lurking creatures make every campfire a welcome refuge, and its blend of Pikmin-like strategy with cozy crafting creates a captivating rhythm. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Grow, Song of the Evertree is a cozy world-crafting sandbox where you rejuvenate the fading worlds of Alaria and restore the legendary Evertree by growing unique worlds from alchemic seeds. You'll freely explore meadows, deserts, frozen realms, and hidden ruins at your own pace, gathering resources, solving puzzles, fishing, catching bugs, and tending to evolving biomes that bloom with new fauna and flora as your care transforms them. Along the way, you'll meet a cast of charming characters, build a vibrant town with customizable buildings, and create a thriving community, all set to Kevin Penkin's enchanting soundtrack that perfectly complements its magical atmosphere. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 Deluxe Edition is an open-world detective adventure where a young Sherlock returns to his mother's Mediterranean home to uncover the truth and forge his reputation as a master sleuth. Explore the vibrant island city, gather clues, eavesdrop on rumors, exploit environmental details, and use your mind palace to solve cases with multiple approaches, whether through clever deduction, stealth, or strategic use of force. Alongside your enigmatic companion, John, navigate political intrigue, corruption, and moral dilemmas in a world full of secrets, optional side quests, and branching storylines that shaped Sherlock's early legacy. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Guardians of the Galaxy is a third-person action-adventure where you take the helm as Star-Lord and lead a ragtag crew of intergalactic misfits through a chaotic cosmos on a mission to prevent total disaster. Engage in fast-paced combat with element blasters, jet boot dropkicks, and tag team attacks while navigating a branching narrative shaped by your choices, dialogue, and the unpredictable personalities of your Guardians. Explore vividly realized worlds, interact with quirky crew members, and uncover both hidden secrets and shocking twists in an original Marvel story where your leadership keeps the galaxy from unraveling, sometimes just barely. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Iron Harvest Complete Edition is a diesel punk real-time strategy experience set in an alternate 1920 where you command massive walking mechs across Europe's recovering battlefields. Lead squads through story-driven campaigns, co-op missions, and multiplayer skirmishes, combining tactical planning with explosive combat, from stealth maneuvers to full frontal assaults, while exploring a world where scientific progress collides with lingering war-torn traditions. Engage in massive battles with diverse unit types, including newly introduced airships and paratroopers, as you uncover secret plots threatening the continent and forge strategies that balance cover, firepower, and mech supremacy. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $5.24, Henchman's Story is a hilarious interactive story where you play a beleaguered henchman working for the bumbling supervillain Lord Bedlam, enduring relentless beatings, absurd tasks, and the day-to-day grind of superhero bureaucracy. Explore a vibrant, comic book-inspired world filled with colorful heroes, eccentric villains, and fellow henchmen, making meaningful choices that shape 11 different endings, determine character fates, and even unlock the occasional promotion if you play your cards right. With full voice acting from talented performers, every ridiculous encounter, chaotic mission, and satirical twist comes to life, making this short but clever adventure feel surprisingly rich and rewarding. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and only about an hour to platinum. For $8.99, Back for Blood Deluxe Edition is a cooperative first-person shooter where you and up to 3 friends fight to reclaim humanity from the deadly Ridden. Play through a 4-player campaign with 8 customizable cleaners, a variety of weapons, and dynamically evolving missions that include mutated bosses, or dive into competitive multiplayer switching between cleaners and Ridden. The roguelite card system ensures each run feels fresh, while the Deluxe Edition adds all 3 expansions, Tunnels of Terror, Children of the Worm, and River of Blood, with new campaigns, cleaners, weapons, skins, and enemies for endless replayability. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Flynn, Son of Crimson is a handcrafted 2D action platformer where you help Flynn and his mythical companion Dex save Rosantica from the invading evil of the Scourge. Explore vibrant regions and sinister realms, uncover relics and secrets, and master the power of Crimson energy through a versatile arsenal, including the Crimson Sword, Axe, and Claws, while combining precise platforming with fast-paced combat. Summon Dex to aid in battles, crush walls, and stagger enemies as you learn new elemental magic powers and grow stronger to face Zilok and his forces. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.89, Little Nightmares 2 is a suspenseful horror adventure that plunges you into a nightmarish world distorted by the eerie transmission of the signal tower, where you play as Mono, a young boy, guided by Six, the girl in the yellow raincoat. Navigate oppressive environments filled with grotesque, hostile residents, treacherous traps, and mind-bending puzzles using stealth, timing, and clever thinking to survive and advance. Every corner hides danger, and each encounter amplifies the tension as you and Six uncover the dark secrets of the world, building a story full of unsettling twists and haunting atmospheres. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $9.44, Candleman is a distinctive action-adventure where you take on the role of a small candle that can burn for only 10 seconds at a time, venturing into dark, atmospheric environments in pursuit of a distant light. Navigate intricate levels filled with puzzles and obstacles that creatively use the interplay of light and shadow, uncovering hidden treasures and secrets as you go. Each short burst of flame illuminates not just your path but also the story itself, weaving a reflective, fairy tale-like narrative that explores themes of perseverance, hope, and discovery. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Doom Eternal is a blistering first-person shooter where you step into the boots of the Slayer to fend off invading demonic forces across Earth and beyond. Blitz through fast-paced, push-forward combat, wielding an arsenal of upgraded guns, a shoulder-mounted flamethrower, a retractable wrist blade, and devastating mods while chaining glory kills, incinerations, and chainsaw executions to sustain your health, armor, and ammo. You can engage in sprawling single-player campaigns across diverse hellish and earthly arenas, or test your skills in battle mode, a 2v1 multiplayer showdown, where one Slayer faces 2 player-controlled demons in high-octane rounds of strategic carnage. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $14.24, Lucy Dreaming is a witty British point-and-click comedy adventure where you'll uncover a dark family secret and help sharp-tongued Lucy banish her recurring nightmares by exploring both her dreams and reality. Pedal through the small town of Figgington, chat with its sarcastic residents, and poke around every pub, alley, and shadowy corner as you collect clues, tackle clever puzzles, and unearth the town's strangest secrets. You'll learn dream control to enter Lucy's subconscious, pacify giant crabs, interrogate old ladies, and bargain with trolls, all while enjoying charming pixel art scenes, a top-tier voice cast, and playful humor. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum, difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 18 hours to platinum. For $14.99, American Arcadia is a stylish 70s retro-futuristic adventure where Trevor Hills must survive a city that's secretly the most watched reality show on the planet, with failure costing more than embarrassment. Switch between 2.5D side-scrolling platforming and first-person puzzle solving as you chase freedom through Arcadia's staged streets, evade deadly traps, and outwit the show's omnipresent cameras, guided only by a mysterious voice. Solve hacking puzzles, navigate stealth sections, and uncover interviews and interrogations that reveal the dark truth behind this luxurious yet lethal metropolis, all brought to life by a talented voice cast including Yuri Lowenthal, Kritzia Bajos, and Sissy Jones. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $11.99, Hero U Rogue to Redemption is a humorous and charming RPG where you step into the shoes of Sean O'Connor, a young man striving to become both a hero and a rogue while balancing life as a student at the prestigious Hero University by day and a daring dungeon explorer by night. Interact with quirky classmates and faculty, uncover secrets, solve mysteries, and tackle challenges either head-on with your trusty weapon or sneak through deadly dungeons from the shadows, all while enjoying witty writing, clever puns, and the rich narrative craftsmanship of Quest for Glory creators Lori and Corey Cole. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $13.99, Bionic Bay is a fast-paced sci-fi action-adventure where you play as a scientist escaping a deadly, ancient biomechanical world full of traps, hidden secrets, and inventive technology. Use the innovative swap mechanic and realistic physics system to manipulate objects, shift gravity, and exchange positions with enemies as you navigate complex levels, all while avoiding fire, ice, explosions, and other hazards. Explore sprawling, high-density pixel art environments filled with mysterious devices and peculiar inhabitants, and compete in online speedruns with leaderboards, character customization, and regular event updates that push your skills to the limit. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $10.79, Koira is a heartwarming adventure about friendship where you and your puppy journey through a magical forest, solve ancient puzzles, befriend woodland creatures, and try to find your way home while evading lurking hunters. Care for and play with your puppy as you explore snowy hills, shaded groves, and dark caves, using stealth and clever tactics to keep each other safe. Restore the forest by activating mysterious monuments, interact with its charming inhabitants, and work together to overcome environmental challenges. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $17.49, Karma: The Dark World is a first-person cinematic psychological thriller set in a dystopian 1984 East Germany where the Leviathan Corporation controls every aspect of life and nothing is as it seems. Step into the shoes of Daniel McGovern, a Rome agent tasked with investigating crime scenes, interviewing suspects, and diving into the twisted memories of the accused, where reality and the surreal blur together and your sanity is constantly tested. Explore meticulously crafted environments powered by Unreal Engine 5, unravel a dark story of love, loss, and betrayal, and experience stunning visuals, high-quality motion capture, and an orchestral soundtrack that immerses you in this shadowy world. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $11.99, Centum is a surreal point-and-click adventure where escaping your prison cell is just the surface, as reality warps around an unreliable narrator and the consequences of your choices. Navigate a series of enigmatic and mind-bending scenarios, interact with a dynamic dialogue system that shifts characters' egos, and shape the story by guiding an artificial intelligence toward different outcomes while confronting themes of perception, control, and self-awareness. Every decision matters, forcing you to question what is real, what is imagined, and how your actions ripple through the game's mysterious world. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $15.99, Stories from Seoul, The Gun Dog is a point-and-click adventure where you play as the security officer aboard the Jovian patrol ship Gun Dog, investigating mysterious signals at the edge of space while a hidden threat stalks the crew. Explore a fully realized ship, interact with a colorful cast of characters whose loyalties and secrets shape the story, and solve puzzles to uncover conspiracies, vendettas, and betrayals as tensions rise. With careful observation, clever puzzle solving, and thoughtful dialogue choices, you'll navigate the anime-inspired sci-fi world and uncover the mysteries aboard the Gun Dog. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $12.59, Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip is a delightfully whimsical adventure where you slip into Terry's shoes and explore the densely packed, quirky town of Spranklewater at your own pace, by foot, car, or even paraglider, discovering what it truly means to be a part of this colorful world. Meet eccentric townsfolk, uncover a wholesome story through humorous interactions, and complete charming tasks like collecting turbo junk to upgrade Terry's car, catching insects, digging holes, destroying vehicles, or sporting fun hats. The game's playful design and joyful soundtrack from the composer of Whoopo make every moment feel vibrant, immersive, and endlessly entertaining. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 6 hours to platinum. For $13.99, Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley is a charming story-driven musical adventure where you play as Snufkin, restoring the valley and helping its quirky inhabitants while thwarting the industrious park keeper's plans. Explore Moomin Valley's open world, meet over 50 memorable characters, solve musical and environmental puzzles, and use your harmonica, stealth, and clever tricks to remove the park keeper's hideous constructions, all while uncovering heartwarming tales inspired by Tove Janssen's beloved universe. The game's gorgeous storybook art style and immersive soundtrack, composed in collaboration with Sigur Rós, make the valley feel alive and magical. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $17.49, The Thaumaturge is a darkly intriguing narrative adventure where you play as Victor Sulski, a proud thaumaturge with the ability to peer into the hearts and minds of others, uncovering secrets, desires, and hidden motives that can aid or complicate your path. Explore 20th century Warsaw, interact with a diverse cast of historical and fictional characters, investigate mysteries, manipulate social dynamics, and summon mystical saluters, folklore-inspired demons, to gain the upper hand in strategic, turn-based combat. Every choice you make, from uncovering secrets to engaging in tactical battles, shapes your journey through a world of intrigue, deception, and mystical power. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $19.99, Raven's Watch Legendary Edition is a darkly charming top-down roguelike action game where you play as twisted versions of heroes from classic tales, battling the corrupting nightmare threatening Reverie. Choose from 9 unique characters, explore 3 open maps inspired by Enchanted Forests, Arabian Nights, and Arthurian legend, complete quests, aid iconic inhabitants, and face hordes of nightmarish enemies. Whether solo or an online co-op, craft powerful builds, combine magical talents and items, take on challenging bosses, and uncover each hero's story, all wrapped in a comic book-inspired dark fantasy aesthetic with an original soundtrack and detailed art book. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $19.99, Touhou Spell Carnival is a strategy RPG bullet hell mashup set in Gensokyo, where humans and yokai coexist, and the sudden Spell Carnival challenges heroes to put their spell cards to the test. Step into the shoes of Shrine Maiden Reimu Hakare as she investigates mysterious pillars and faces fierce opponents, all while managing party positioning, unleashing skills, and grazing enemy bullets on a tactical grid. Explore the Hakure Shrine, complete missions, interact with favorite Toho characters, and use objects and attributes in battle to gain advantages and extra loot, blending strategy, action, and classic bullet hell chaos. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $14.99, Phasmophobia is a tense 4-player online co-op psychological horror game where you'll team up as paranormal investigators to gather evidence of ghostly activity and survive terrifying hauntings. You'll explore over 10 haunted locations, from creaking farmhouses to abandoned asylums, using EMF readers, spirit boxes, thermometers, and cursed objects to identify more than 20 unique ghost types, each with distinctive personalities, powers, and unpredictable behaviors. Its realistic audio, immersive lighting, and minimal interface keep you on edge as you communicate with spirits through voice chat, monitor CCTV feeds, and experiment with custom game modes, daily challenges, and escalating difficulty to tailor the fear to your liking. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $11.99, Rogue Flight is a breathtaking arcade space combat game that channels the style of prestige 80s and 90s anime, putting you in the cockpit of an advanced light fighter to take down the rogue AI Argus and save the Sol system. Across 9 unique, high-speed stages spanning the solar system, you'll unleash dizzying aerial maneuvers, master dozens of weapon types, and chase branching narrative paths with multiple endings, all while upgrading your ship with over 100 liveries, badges, and customizable loadouts. Its adrenaline-pumping caravan mode, unlockable roguelite mode, and Fatbard-composed soundtrack deliver thrilling replayability and a nostalgic yet modernized bullet hell experience that feels handcrafted with passion for the genre's golden age. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 4 hours to platinum. For $14.39, Slay the Princess: The Pristine Cut is a fully voice-acted horror tragicomedy where you're sent into the woods to kill a princess in a basement or risk the end of the world. She'll manipulate, charm, and deceive you, twisting your choices and beliefs as you die repeatedly in bizarre, unsettling ways, and every decision reshapes the narrative in unexpected directions across its expanded routes. The definitive edition adds 3 new chapters, additional princesses, a new ending, and over 35% more content, all brought to life with Abby Howard's 1,200 new hand-penciled frames, 2,500 fresh lines of dialogue, and brilliant performances by Jonathan Sims and Nicole Goodnight. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $11.99, Crow Country is a retro-inspired survival horror adventure where you'll explore an abandoned 1990s theme park to uncover the unsettling truth behind its owner Edward Crow's disappearance. As Mara Forrest, you'll solve intricate puzzles, scour eerie attractions, and backtrack through newly unlocked areas, while the park's whimsical charm gives way to lurking terrors and dark secrets that hint at disturbing rumors you're desperate to disprove. Its blend of haunting atmosphere, clever riddles, and exploration mode for those seeking story over scares makes it a gripping, nostalgia-tinged experience that tests curiosity, courage, and your understanding of who Mara truly is. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 2 hours to platinum. For $18.74, Cryptmaster is a surreal, word-driven dungeon crawler where every action, spell, and secret hinges on what you say or type as you guide 4 resurrected heroes under a mischievous necromancer's control. You'll explore eerie places like the Bone Houses, the Sunken Sea, and the Downwood, piecing together memories, solving eccentric riddles, and uncovering the mystery behind the crypt's twisted depths, while battling bizarre monsters and navigating outlandish quests. Fishing challenges, card games, and even rap battles with a bard add unexpected layers of creativity and humor, keeping the gameplay unpredictable and packed with strange discoveries that test both wit and vocabulary. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $19.99, Astrea 6-Sided Oracles is an inventive dice deck-building roguelike that replaces traditional cards with dice and introduces a unique purification versus corruption system to save a star system consumed by chaos. You'll craft a powerful dice pool from over 350 dice, forge custom die faces, and manipulate enemy rolls while balancing risky corruption damage against healing purification to unleash devastating abilities and tip the scales in your favor. With 6 distinct oracles, upgradable support sentinels, over 170 blessings, and dozens of random events, every run offers fresh tactics, branching strategies, and thrilling high-stakes battles that demand creative thinking. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $17.49, Worms Armageddon Anniversary Edition brings back the 1999 classic with its trademark slapstick warfare, now enhanced for modern hardware and packed with nostalgic extras. Use over 55 absurd weapons like the French Sheep Strike, Earthquake, and Freeze as you blow apart landscapes, outwit your foes, and cackle through physics-driven chaos across Deathmatch, a 40-plus mission campaign, and custom game modes. This edition includes an interactive documentary, a museum timeline chronicling the series' history, bonus retro handheld compatibility, and dozens of comedy sound banks like Cyberworms or Stiff Upper Lip that make each skirmish a riot. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $15.99, Iron Meat is a brutal, fast-paced run-and-gun shooter where you battle the meat, an all-consuming interdimensional biomass threatening to devour the world. Inspired by classic arcade shooters, you'll tear through 9 gore-soaked levels packed with bullet barrages, mutated victims, machines, and colossal bosses, each with multi-phase encounters that escalate the carnage as you increase the difficulty. Couch co-op lets you grab a friend for double firepower, and over 30 unlockable skins allow wild combinations like shark heads on robot bodies or demon-winged cowboys for a hilariously customizable experience. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 8 hours to platinum. For $11.99, Go Mecha Ball is an action-packed twin-stick shooter and arcade roguelite where you switch between walking and shooting as a mech or rolling and bouncing as a high-speed ball. Across 4 neon-lit worlds, you'll boost up ramps, ricochet off bumpers, and ride giant fans while unleashing missiles, seismic slams, and quirky abilities to annihilate waves of rampaging robots, colossal bosses, and chaotic obstacles. Over 25 destructible tools, 20 wild abilities, and 50 upgrades let you experiment with countless mech builds, creating a unique rhythm of chaos and strategy amplified by a dynamic soundtrack that responds to your every move. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $13.99, Keylocker is a cyberpunk turn-based rhythm JRPG where you play as Bobo, a rebellious singer-songwriter fighting against a corrupt Saturnian regime that's outlawed music for over a century. Combining traditional JRPG structure with real-time rhythm inputs, you'll time attacks, parries, and shots perfectly while harnessing electricity to fuel your moves and hacking networks to bend the story to your will. Explore Saturn's interactive world to uncover hidden knowledge, recruit a misfit band, play illegal concerts, and choose your path through branching class skill trees and multiple endings, all while a pounding Electro Bear soundtrack drives the revolution. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a broken trophy preventing the platinum from unlocking, so I can't say for sure what the difficulty or time to platinum would be. There's no workaround as it's only on PS5, so hopefully the devs fix it soon. For $14.99, Crypt Custodian is a whimsical Metroidvania/Zelda-inspired adventure where you play as Pluto, a mischievous cat condemned to clean the afterlife forever after a run-in with the palace's guardian. You'll explore expansive, interconnected grounds, battle strange beasts with your trusty broom, solve puzzles, and gain abilities that gradually unlock new areas, while interacting with a quirky cast of doomed ghosts whose stories enrich the afterlife's lore. With epic boss fights, numerous upgrades, and secret-filled dungeons, the game combines charm, exploration, and humor as you organize clever ambushes and discover the palace's mysteries at your own pace. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $19.74, Dredge Complete Edition is a single-player fishing adventure with a dark, suspenseful twist where you captain a trawler across remote islands, dredging for fish, treasures, and long-buried secrets. You'll upgrade your boat, complete quests for locals, and explore new regions like the icy Pale Reach and the eerie Blackstone Isle, all while uncovering sinister mysteries that lurk beneath the waters. With new constructs, craftable equipment, and a deep narrative that blends serene exploration with creeping horror, every fishing trip is both relaxing and unnerving, rewarding curiosity and careful planning. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $14.99, Sam & Max: The Devil's Playhouse is a zany, paranormal point-and-click adventure where Max's newfound psychic abilities put the freelance police at the center of a cosmic race for the magical toys of power. You'll explore bizarre locations, meet eccentric characters, and solve clever, brain-tickling puzzles while using Max's powers to glimpse the future, teleport, and read minds, all woven into a narrative full of chaos and humor. Lovingly remastered by the original developers, the game features updated lighting, lip sync, cinematography, and music, delivering the epic conclusion to the episodic Sam & Max saga with style and wit. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 12 hours to platinum. For $13.49, F1 Manager 2024 Deluxe Edition is a deep and comprehensive Formula One management simulation where you lead a team to glory across multiple seasons, managing drivers, staff, car development, and facilities. Build your own custom team or take the helm of an official constructor, plan race strategies in real time with broadcast quality visuals, and navigate challenges like mechanical failures, evolving track conditions, and team dynamics with the new mentality system. With refreshed circuits for 2024, sprint race formats, full driver and staff rosters, and replay features to relive and refine your best moments, every decision can make or break your quest for the podium. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum.